Hey guys, welcome to day 6 of your NTI days. We are going to go through your simple solutions, lesson 47. And for your call to the post, we're going to do problems 11 through 15. So the last 5 problems on your lesson 47. Problem 11 says, Mite Maids Cleaning Service cleans 4 rooms in 2 hours. Give the unit rate of rooms per hour. So per hour meaning for 1 hour. So if gas costs $3.99 per gallon, that means for 1 gallon, or ground beef is $2.98 per pound, that's for 1 pound. So we're looking for 1 hour. So you clean 4 rooms in 2 hours. Give the unit rate in rooms per hour. So for 1 hour, and this is our X up here, that's the number that we don't know. So what did we do to 2 to get to 1? We divided by 2. So you're going to do the same to the top where you divide by 2. And 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So you clean 2 rooms per hour. Okay, and then number 12, you had to use table L. So I'm going to click onto table L really quickly. That was attached on your Google Classroom. I did forget to send that when I made your copies, but I did send it on Dojo as well. So your parents have a picture of it on Dojo. You only need the bronze medals, and it says to give the mean, median, mode, and range of the bronze medal data. So we're going to look at this data right here, the bronze medal. We're going to go ahead, when I write those down, I'm going to write them down in order from least to greatest because that makes it easier to find the median and also the mode. So if I write those down from least to greatest, it would be 7, my battery's running low, 19, 22, 29, and 33. If you put these in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to switch back over to my other window, and here's where I wrote those down. So we can easily see the mode is the number that occurs the most in the data, and I do not see a mode, so we're going to write none for mode. The range, you're going to take your largest number and subtract your smallest number to get the difference between the two. Hang on, guys. I'm going to grab my cord real quick to plug this in. Sorry about that. I don't want to lose you in the middle of the lesson. So let me plug it in. There we go. Okay. All right. So we're going to take the highest number and subtract the lowest number. So 33 take away 7 would be 26. So that's your range. And then your median is the number in the middle after you put your data in order from least to greatest. So if we look at least, greatest, and it looks like our number in the middle would be 22. Now the problem that you have to do the most work on, if you have a calculator, you can use your calculator. To add all those numbers together, you find the mean, you're going to add all of your data points together. So we would have to add, I'll do that over here on the side, 33, 29, 22, 19, and 7. And let's see, that's 18 and 2, that makes 20, plus another 10, so that's 30, carry my 3. And then I have 6 plus 4 is 10, plus one more makes 11. So 110 for my total data points. And then I have to divide it by the number of data points I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I take my total, which is 110, and divide it by 5. How many groups of 5 will go into 1? How many groups of 5 will go into 11? That would be 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Bring down my 0. How many groups of 5 will go into 10? That's 2. So 22. 22 would be your mean as well as your median. Okay, number 13, you have toads and you have frogs. So the question says, compare the ratio of frogs to toads. If the ratio stays the same and there are 130 amphibians, how many toads and how many frogs are there? Okay, so what we want is we want the total when you add these two up, the toads and the frogs, to equal 130. So if we continue this chart, which is what I would recommend doing, let the camera focus. Here you can see you did 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 4, 5 times 5, 5 times 6, 5 times 7. So we can do 5 times 8, which would be 40. 5 times 9, which would be 45. And 5 times 10, which would be 50. Over here, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4, 8 times 5, 8 times 6, 8 times 7. So we'll do 8 times 8, which is 64. 8 times 9, 72, and 8 times 10, which is 80. And we need our total amphibians, frogs and toads together, to be 130. So when you look at this total right here, 50 toads and 80 frogs, that equals 130. So you would have 50 toads, 80 frogs, and 130 amphibians. Sorry about the beating and banging noise. That's my husband working in the basement. Okay, number 14. You're going to find the prime factorization of 48. So we take the number 48, and we're going to take any two factors that can multiply together to equal 48. So if I take the factors, let's say 8 times 6. So now I have to break those down if they are not prime numbers into prime numbers. And 8 and 6 are not prime numbers because they are divisible by other numbers, other factors besides themselves and 1. So what two numbers multiply to equal 8? That would be 2 and 4. Now 2 is prime because it's only divisible by itself and 1. But 4 is not because it can be multiplied 2 times 2. So now those are prime numbers. So what two numbers can we multiply together to equal 6? 2 times 3. 2 is prime. And 3 is also a prime number. So the prime factorization, you write your number, and then you start with your lowest factor, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So that would equal 48. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 3 would be 48. And then our last problem for lesson 47 says, identify the terms in the expression 3w to the third minus 4w. So a term is just when an algebraic expression like this is separated by plus or minus signs and sometimes division signs. So the two terms that are found here are 3w to the third, that's one term, and then minus 4w is the other term. So they're just separated by an addition or a subtraction sign. All right, guys, that's it for lesson 47. So make sure you save lesson 47 boxes and have that to turn in when we go back to school. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.